To have you join us on Sports Update on Trust TV. Adini G. Time to take you around the world of sport. They are looking at that particular game, CTFC of Abuja playing there in the NNL, and that takes us to talk about the Nigerian National League. Well, we always focus on MPFL, but at least we need to always give attention to the second tier of Nigerian football and also the third tier, the Nationwide League One. But right now, we're focusing on the NNL, Nigerian National, the second tier of Nigerian League football. As you look at the result and also the tables so far played over the weekend. And now let's look at those results, and also we look at each group, Group A1 to A4, B1 to B4. In Group A1, Northern Conference, Mighty Jets, they did their best. They won against Milantaki FC 2-1. EFC defeated Kogi United. High Balls defeated ABS 2-0 in that game. And you look at the way the table is standing right now, it's still a good one for Mighty Jets of Jos. They are topping with 15 points ahead of others in the Group A1 Northern Conference, followed by ABS of Ilorin, High Balls, EFCC of Abuja, Kogi United, and have Milantaki KFC standing fifth there with 5 points, rather sixth with 5 points, following Kogi United. And also let's look at Group A2. So far in their own group, you have Katsina United topping this particular after they picked FWC champions in their own match. Well, CTFC defeated NAF FC 1-0, Green Beret 2-1, Jigawa Golden Stars 2. Jigawa Golden Stars winning away there. And you have Katsina United topping with 16 points after 6 matches. Jigawa Golden Stars are second on the log with 10 points. NAF FC, that's Nigerian Air Force Football Club, they have 9 points. Standing third. CTFC, they have 7 points, standing fourth. Green Berets, Nigerian Army Football Club, they are standing fifth, 1 point ahead of FWC champions of Abuja, who actually have 3 points and in 6 matches so far played on match day 6 so far there. Now, quickly, let's look at Group A3 in the Northern Conference. A3, 2 matches were played, and you have Sokoto United 2 against Malumfashi FC. Zamfara, they lost at home against Kano Pillars. Kano Pillars topping this group there with 12 points from 5 matches, ahead of Kebbi United, who are actually standing second with 7 points. Malumfashi FC 7 points, standing third with after they play 5 matches, alongside Sokoto United and Zamfara United. Kano Pillars, well, they just have to show that they are one of the big boys in this league, because they want to get back quickly to the MPFL. In Group A4, still in the Northern Conference, you look at 2 games that were played. Police Machine Force Headquarters FC 1-0 against Yobe Desert Stars. DMD FC peeped Adamawa United by a lone goal. Adamawa are down on the log table with just 4 points from 4 matches, with a -1 goal difference, where DMD are topping with 7 points after playing 4 matches. Yobe Desert Stars are second, and you have Police Machine standing third in this particular group, Group A1 to A4. Before we look at the Southern Conference, let's quickly unveil our guests in the studio. I have Nuel Samson in the studio. Nuel Samson, I just showcased the NNL Group A1 to A4 there for the matches, and also the way the table actually are standing.
That's a very good one, having the NN, because I never knew our we have such a very
we have ours. You know, the
wide numbers of teams at that level.
Yes,
and seeing the names of those teams, like they have Kano Pillars, Sokoto United, Zamfara FC, to show you that if much money is being invested in our football in Nigeria, the sky is our starting point, not our limit. Because you can see all those teams. You can see these are teams you've had before, probably because of financial issues. That's why they are now at the NLL. If you can have much more money invested into these particular teams, you can see then the Nigeria Premier League will be it will be a very competitive place where you have teams who are very good, and it will just be the likes of that of England and other big leagues, yes, in the world.
Well, we've been talking concerning the Nigerian National League, showcasing the table and also games they play last for you there. Let's go to the southern part of Nigeria. As we look at those games, they will also play match day 6. That's a group B1 to B4 in the Southern Conference now. Match day 6 results and also the table. We start with the games being played. Hensard FC, they lost out to me a 5-goal thriller against FC1 Rocket. What a rocket there for them to win 3-2. Rovers FC 1-0 against Van Dresser. And you have Go Round FC. They couldn't go around enough. They actually ended playing a stalemate against Warri. It ended 0-0 there. Now, looking at the table, 14 points for Rovers FC of Calabar. After playing 6 matches, they have 14 points. You look at FC1 Rocket are trailing with 11 points from 6 matches, a +3 and in goal difference. Warri Wolves are standing third. You have Van Dresser, Go Round FC, and Hensard in this particular group. I think this group is a very tough one.
Very tough. Warri Wolves is there. What happened to Warri Wolves?
They will bounce back. That's football. They got relegated to NNL, and now they are still there trying to see how they can get back to the NPFL. But right now they are starting top with 8 points. You see that they played 6 matches. They won 2, they drew 2, they lost 2. And they have goals for 5. They conceded 6 goals. They have a -1 when it comes to the goal difference.
Yes, it's a very tough one because you can see Rovers FC and FC1 Rocket. This I don't know. I've not heard of them before, but,
but seriously, they are doing well from the south. FC1 Rockets, one of those teams that when you see the way they play, in fact, from Akwa Ibom, yes, one of the forces to be reckoned when it comes to football in Akwa Ibom State. Really, they are doing well, but right now you can see they are second on the lobby behind Calabar Rover, the Rovers FC, who are actually tied with 3 points ahead, 14-11. A tough group, if you ask me. And now let's look at Group B2 in the Southern Conference. Still looking at the matches, match day 6 events in the match day. That's the Group B2 now. Joy Comet 2-2 against Sporting Lagos. A good one for Sporting Lagos. They got 2-2 there. They were able to share the spoil there in the 4-goal thriller. Ijebu United also 2-2 against Crown FC of Ogbomoso. Smart FC 2. Gateway FC of Abeokuta 1. This group, they actually scored a lot of goals in this match day 6. If you look at it, a lot of goals were scored there. About 11 goals scored in this match day 6. And you look at Sporting Lagos, top with 9 points. Just goal difference that is making them to be ahead of Ijebu United, +2, +1 after match day 6. Crown FC of Ogbomoso are standing third, although they have the same point 9 also, but we look at 6-5. That's just a point there. But really, this is a tough group also. Smart City, Gateway United, Joy Comet, very, very tough.
Very tough. The first 3 have the same point, just goal difference, and the 4th and the 5th also the same point. Goal difference, and you can only have only Joy Comet FC with just a point. They're very tough group here. I think we should watch out for this group. It's a very tough
tough group. And yes. You look at them, they score a lot of goals in their own group. Really, a lot of goals because they have 2 draws, and those draws actually first 2-2 draws. A lot of goals there. 4-4-8, and that's 8 goals in 2 matches. And you look at Smart City also scored 2, Gateway at 1. A tough group, if you ask me. Really, they have been doing well in this group, even though all of them are really fighting hard to see who will stay top and who will relegate.
Especially Crown, they have been out of the Premier League for a very long time. You know, so we want to see them
coming back. Crown FC of Ogbomoso there. You look at this south, really a tough one there. Looking at all those teams coming from the southwestern part of Nigeria. And now let's look at Group B3 as it went down in their own match day 6. You look at Ikorodu City. They peeped there, Ekiti United. Ikorodu did well there. They peeped them. And Abeokuta Stormers, they did well also, defeating FC Ebede by 3-1. Abeokuta Stormers are topping with 11 points. They play 5 matches. They won 3. They drew 2. They are yet to lose. And they've scored 9 goals. Actually considered 3, and they have +6 in their own group there. Madiba FC 8 points. Ekiti United, Madiba FC, they have a game in hand to play. Ekiti United are starting third with 7 points. Ikorodu City, who defeated Ekiti United, are standing fourth. What an irony. They have 6 points there. And you have FC Ebede. What a way to go. FC Ebede, well, right now they have just 1 point from 5 matches. That so far they've lost 4 matches. They drew 1. They lost. They are yet to win any game. 11 goals conceded. They score only 2, and they have a -9.
It's a very tough one for FC Ebede. They should just get their act right, because I don't really know what the problem is, because it seems most of the teams at this level, the last bottom, they always have just a point to show you that the least of the teams there, which means other teams are striving hard. So who knows, probably they will go back to the next. They might go down to the next stage in the
NLO.
So I believe they want to go back, so they want to try their best. But I think for now, I don't think there's. I shouldn't use the word there's no hope, but I think they should just try and just focus probably next season to try better.
Well, anything can say how they say have matches to play. Well, from the way it is, you won't believe that this same FC Ebede, that was where Obafemi Martins, yes, moved from Nigeria to FC Reggiana in Italy. Good one there. We've been looking at games being played match day 6 of the Southern Conference. Also, all earlier on match day 6 in the Northern Conference, A1 to A4. Now, let's look at Group B4 in the Southern Conference, where the matches will also play on their own match day 6. You have Idel FC 2-1 against Ibom Youth. Giants Brillas, they shared the spoil. There was a stalemate, 0-0 against Atland FC. Atland FC used to be, in fact, they just got relegated to this league. They were in MPFL last season. Abia Comment 1, Shino shot of FC 0. You look at the table, Atland are topping. Really, why wouldn't they top at least?
You want to go back to the league?
You quickly want to go back to the MPFL. They have 12 points from 6 matches. General Bila second with 9 points, 3 points at Drift 2. Abia Comets 8. Idel FC standing in 4 with 8. You have Sinusho FC 5 and also Ibom Youth 5. I love this group. They are always, it seems all of them are having meeting. You, you have 8, 5, 5, 12, 9. Tough one.
A very tough group. Also one of the top groups also too. Apart from the group where you have the of Crown FC and the rest, this should be one of a group you also watch out for. But no doubt, no argument. Atlant FC is stopping this group. No argument about it, because they want to come back
to the MPFL. Yes, we've been talking about the NNL, Nigerian National League, where we unveil Group A1 to A4, B1 to B4, representing the north and south part of Nigeria. Well, it's always a good one when you talk about Nigerian sport. Very interesting. And now, even though we just hope that Nigerian football or sport will get better, the more we do it, looking about administrative-wise, we need to administer well when it comes to sport in Nigeria. Something must be done. The way we run our sport must be seen as business, not just the fun of it. And from there, we can get it right. Away from there, let's look at the match that will be coming up tonight between Brighton and Manchester, where we say Brighton hosts Manchester United at Express Stadium. American Express Stadium is the place to be right now, because Brighton will be hosting Manchester United. Can they beat them?
I just have to, because it's going to be a revenge, because they played at the FA Cup semi-finals where Manchester United won 5 penalty shootout, which is to show how Brighton tough the team is. I don't know, this one of the teams that surprised me.
But this one will be very painful. If Brighton should win this match, it will be more painful. Because
Brighton want to lose they don't want to lose 2-0 now. They lost the first one. This is going to be, and now you are going to their home stadium. It's going to be a tough one for Manchester United. And Brighton is a thing that have surprised me this season. So I'm really proud of them, despite the sacking of what most people refer as the architect of their good football is Graham Potter. They have still be a tough form. They won Chelsea this season twice, which is a very surprising one. And I know Brighton is going to win this match. I just have that belief. No issues with Manchester United, but they're going to win the match.
Okay, you are supporting Brighton
by God's grace.
Seriously,
by God's grace.
Actually expect that from you. Anyway, looking at the fact that for now your team is down.
No,
you can't say anything. Your mouth is even shaky.
We are going through a phase.
I like the way Chelsea fans always want to find solace. You know, we're going through a phase now. It's a phase, and you come out from
God helping us. We are going to pass through.
Oh my goodness! The blue. What's happening to Lampard? Just I
don't really know, because why should you bring Lampard back? That's the most annoying thing about our new owner.
What if you had done well before now? Would you have said this?
Look, what did he do at Everton? Everton is struggling now because of Lampard. And you're bringing him back to Chelsea, and you can see now, for the past 6 matches now, we've not won a single match. And it's really disappointing, but when we played against Arsenal, we won. The Arsenal won us 3-0. I was happy because at least for the past 6 months, we have not scored a goal, but at least we were able to score.
You got a goal even though you lost.
The yoke is broken.
What's a way to console oneself there? Talking about Chelsea, but though the match tonight between Brighton and Manchester United, big one out there because Man United actually bundled out Brighton, and now in that particular FA Cup, but Brighton will be looking for a pound of flesh. Can they do it against the Red Devils? It is very possible at the American Express Stadium tonight between the two teams, where Nuel Samson is actually pitching his tent with Brighton there. Well, we just quickly look at matches also coming up in La Liga and also Italian Serie A. Let's look at those games: Girona, Mallorca, Sevilla, Espanyol, and you have Atletico Bilbao against Real Betis, Real Vallecano, Real Valladolid. Atletico Madrid won their game yesterday. They won their game big time, 5-1. And you look at another Atletico now, Athletic Bilbao against Real Betis. Real Betis this season, I know if you look at Sociedad, Betis, they've two of them. These are teams that you have to be very careful when you are playing them, because they can just shock you.
Exactly.
You don't underrate them.
So Atletico Bilbao should just be careful, because Real Betis, as you say, them and Sevilla, they are not be doing that quite good, but at least it's a thing you cannot just look away.
Overlook. No, you cannot overlook them.
It's not something you can say walk away. You know, they might shock you. You'll be surprised. And Girona is there since the win against Real Madrid. It seems they've been a total turnaround.
They actually fired up.
You can see last match they won 2-0, and now they're coming again. See, they're a threat now to other European teams, other La Liga teams now. I'm sure if they are to play Barcelona now, Barcelona will be scared. So it's a very I'm giving it to Girona and Sevilla Espanyol. It's a very tricky game there. So let me Sevilla, they want to what you call Tabiobio. So I think I'm giving it to Sevilla. Then Atletico Bilbao, Real Betis. I'm giving it to Atletico Bilbao. Then Rayo Vallecano and Valladolid and
Real Vallecano.
They're having through Rayo and through Rio. I'm giving it to Rio.
They're standing with Real Valladolid there. Well, a big one will be looking at those matches. Girona, Sevilla, Atletico Bilbao, Rayo Vallecano, all be fighting hard against Mallorca, Espanyol, Real Betis, and Real Valladolid there. Big one. Those matches will be coming up tonight in the La Liga, Spanish La Liga there. Let's look at this land where Napoli right now are really trying to run away with it. No more can. In fact, they are ready for this. Napoli, Udinese tonight. Empoli, Bologna. Napoli, they were supposed to celebrate. Salernitana actually held the celebration.
The keeper Ocha was because of that.
Really, Napoli, they've really done well this season, and there is nothing anyone can do about it. They own this season.
Yes, they own this season. And according to what we call our former Super Eagles player Onazi, said if they are going to give the best player in Serie A, they should give it to Osimhen because of his performance and everything. And I support his motion, and because he has really been the backbone of Napoli so far. So them playing again with Denise this evening, I know they're going to win. They have to win because the last match they played, the game was the keeper, the Ochers, tried stopping them from winning the match. But this match this night, I believe our own Victor Osimhen is going to lift that cup this night. I
just hope it will happen, because these days prediction can be so deceptive. But when they want to play Salernitana, somebody they will win this Scudetto tonight, and it never happened.
But this night, I believe Napoli this night.
Just like yesterday when we went to play Morocco, Nigerians were so optimistic they were going to win that game, but it was so surprising.
But it was at least it was okay. Just a 1-0.
But the lads really did well. They played well. It was just painful that they couldn't convert most of the opportunities they had. They were wasteful at the front of goal. Just dry against me a bit. But Napoli against Udinese, a big match there. They'll be facing Napoli, Osimhen and his team against IC Success team. Success, even though he's injured, but let's see what will be happening concerning those games there. From there, let's quickly give you some gossip in the world of transfer before we wrap it up. We take it 2 by 2. Allardyce to earn £500,000 and bonus of 2.5 million if he keeps Leeds United in Premier League. After they sign him now, if you can get them in Premier League, how many matches to go?
Just like 5 or 6 matches to go. It's going to be difficult for
some teams are even waiting for 4 matches. And well, although he's a specialist when it comes to getting teams back to the Premier League.
How sure he's going to do this?
Or rather, retaining them or getting them back. So he's a specialist in that.
How sure he can do that?
He will. Look at money speaking. £2.5 million.
The morale.
£500,000. Money is on ground. If you total that's £3 million. How many matches? Even six matches or 4 or 5, whatever it is, but at least make sure we don't relegate.
But I don't know what's wrong with Leeds, because they signed a couple of players during this transfer window, and still, I don't know, it seems most of the teams that signed big players this season, they are just not getting that right. Look at a lot of Nottingham Forest, they signed about 12 players. Chelsea, the same thing, and see where they are. So I don't know what's happening.
Well, we're talking about Sam Allardyce, what they call the Big Sam, a specialist in getting teams to stay on EPL or get relegated team back to the EPL. But right now, let's see what he will be doing if he can save Leeds United. Now we talk about the mesmerized Messi now. Lionel Messi in talks over $400 million a year move to Saudi Arabia. That's the story we're actually looking at right now. Well, from the way it is right now, Lionel Messi, looking at that story there. Messi travels to Saudi Arabia, although we don't know maybe he went there because of this the deal or not. But news have it that he could be talking with some Saudi club who might want to sign him for a whooping sum of £320 million. That's about $400 million. That will make him the highest paid.
If I were to Messi, what am I looking for again in this world? When it talks about league, about cups, he has won everything that you think
winnable. Anything winnable.
So what is he looking for? He should just go. I've said it, like, you go to the US or Saudi Arabia and just go and relax. You should go and chill and just play for entertainment. That's what he should do now. The way Ronaldo is doing is also, I believe he goes, it's a good one for Messi. He doesn't need anybody to say prove yourself again. He has proved himself over the past 10 years or 11, 15 years. So he should just go and relax in Saudi Arabia.
He should go and relax and make his retirement money if he is to be Messi. That's actually coming from Nuel, Samson there. Let's go to Real Madrid now. Real Madrid are in talks. They are in advanced talks for Dortmund's Jude Bellingham. Well, actually, the news came out that Liverpool, Man United, a lot of clubs, but right now it seems the Los Merengue or Los Blancos really wants to get him finally.
He's a very good player, but I think he should not just make a hasty decision in going to a club. He thinks any club now. He should just be in like Dortmund for some probably 1 or 2 years. Make sure he's solid enough, then he can go to another team. Because I think if he goes to Real Madrid now, it's not going to be a starter, and Dortmund is a starter. So why not be in Dortmund and be a starter when you know you are fully confident that anywhere you go to be a starter? So
we wait to see what happens concerning Jude Bellingham there. Tottenham Hotspur are looking for Xabi Alonso or Ruben Amorim as their top target manager. Well, they've been on that issue for a while. Today is Julian Nagelsmann. Tomorrow is this, but right now they are looking at these two. This is for Bayer Leverkusen. Amorim is with Sporting Lisbon.
So let's see what happens. Well, what Mourinho cannot do, Conte cannot do. We are also.
So it's possible that they could actually turn this around.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Well, let's see what happens here. A particular player has been with Manchester United from Besiktas. His name is Weghorst. He's keen to remain at United. He doesn't want to go back. That's a good one.
Yeah, actually, I'm not a fan of Manchester United, but to me, I think he has he has not been scoring much goals as expected. But
I think he's a very good player. A very fantastic
team player. He's just like Gabriel Jesus and Oliver Giroud. They might not be able to score goals, but at least they contribute to the team, to contribute to goals and everything. So if I were to be Manchester United, I want them to they should keep him. He's a good player. He's a good member of a team player.
Okay, good one there. Right now, we just make it 2-in-1. Roma tagged 35 to 40 million pounds on Tammy Abraham ahead of interest from Man United, Tottenham, and PSG. And last one says Newcastle could Leo winger Rafinha, which is 17 million pounds to move from Barcelona. That's why we call it 2-in-1. Anyway, we just have to talk about that just briefly.
Abraham, I think it's a good one for him for that 30 to 45 million. But I don't think going to PSG. Why PSG? Why not come to Manchester? Chelsea. I think if Chelsea wants to get him, he should come back home. He shouldn't go far. Then Newcastle getting the other player. Newcastle is going to go to the Champions League, whether you like it or not. Those people are in mad form now. Their form is something spectacular. Right? Yes. So I think going to the Champions League now, they have the money, they have everything. They just want to get to the Champions League. And once they get to that Champions League, there's no player they will call that wants it because they can pay. And that Champions League, before you want to play, they're also playing it also too.
Are you afraid?
I'm scared.
You are afraid of Newcastle United?
I'm not only afraid, I'm scared also too.
Club should be afraid of them because the way they are coming with full force.
It's surprising. Them Brighton, I don't know, those two teams, they are really spectacular.
Let's see what will be happening next season. It's going to be a big battle for clubs in the Premier League because clubs are really knocking at the door to see who stay on and who stay down. That'll be it on Sport Update with Nuel Samson in the studio. Thank you so much.
The pleasure is mine.
I'm Adini Aji Shafe. Thanks for watching.